Good day everyone, especially to our Professor Dr. Cortez. I am Claymark O. Salvano. I'm happy to have this chance to speak today. My presentation is going to focus on the correspondence of education in the Republic of Sri Lanka. This presentation is designed to give you the background of education in the Republic of Sri Lanka. Who do you think he is? Who is the father of education in Sri Lanka? So the father of education in Sri Lanka is Dr. Christopher William Wihikon Kanangara, is regarded as the father of free education in Sri Lanka. So he realized that some people could not afford to send their children to school because of poverty. So in order to overcome this problem, he introduced the free education in the system of scholarship. Dr. Kanangara was an eminent Sri Lankan educationist. So he rendered a great service for the development in education. So the last is the Minister of Education in the Legislative Council in 1923. Education Reform Bill in 1938. So he realized that existing education system was not suitable to fulfill the needs of society. He wanted to make some amendment in the system. So in order to achieve this objective, he submitted the Education Reform Bill in 1938. So according to article shared by Rohana R. Wasala, the Sri Lankan government has invested large amounts of money in education over recent years. It has high priority and is even mentioned in the national constitution, which states that everybody has an equal right to access all the education. So the Sri Lankan has a literacy rate of 92%. This is higher than anywhere else in Asia and is especially high for developing country. The enrollment rate in the public primary school reached 99% in 2011, which also highlights the success of the Sri Lankan promotion of education. Primary and secondary school regulated by the National Ministry of Education. So in Sri Lankan, education is a top priority. It is aimed to promote democracy with regards to education, moral, physical, and spiritual development, and lifelong learning. So there are different kinds of school. So next, the first one is government-owned school or public school. So what is government-owned school? So it is a voluntary school in Great Britain established or aided by a national society as the National Society for Promoting Education of the Poor in the Principle of Established Church. So there are under of government-owned schools. So the first one is a national school. So what is national school? National school is just a distinct school, include all regular operating elementary and secondary school. What is provincial school? So provincial school is just like the district school, include or regular operating elementary and secondary school operating within administrative unit called or province or region. The next is Peribin or Buddhism school. So what is Peribin or Buddhism school? So it is a monastic college for the education of monks in Sri Lanka. In ancient times, they were also centers of secondary and higher education for lay people. So what is private school. Private school, this school supported by a private organization or private individuals rather than by the government. And it is supported wholly by the payment fees international school. So, what is international school? International school is a school that promotes international education in an international environment, either by adapting a curriculum such as International Baccalaureate, Excel, Cambridge Assessment, International Education, or international curriculum by following a national curriculum. So, this is the education system of Sri Lanka. The first one is primary school. So, what is the objective of primary school in Sri Lanka? So, the most recent statistic that 90% of Sri Lanka children enrolled in primary education. The goal of primary education is to promote a useful role in the local community. Junior secondary, at the junior secondary level, the child will begin to learn though a subject of base curriculum that replaces the integrated curriculum. Senior secondary is the students who pass in the six subject with first language, mathematics, and 3 subject of at credit or higher level qualifies follow the GCE all course. So the collegiate and the tertiary. So the collegiate is the example of collegiate in Sri Lanka is Royal College. So the Royal College is a selective entry boys school located in Colombo, Sri Lanka. So Royal College is considered to be the leading public school in Sri Lanka. So tertiary is in Sri Lanka has a universities, all of which are public institution. Other institution of higher education include medical school, engineering school, school of law, and technical and vocational training school, and National College of Education. So the next is objective of education in Sri Lanka. The first one is to provide proper education to students. So, good education is attaining value of education. So, a good education is a system that make students better. A good education is when it could increase a child creativity, help them enjoy studying, and help them educate in their future. The next is to ensure adequate utilization of all resources. So, learning materials are important because they can significantly increase student achievement by supporting student learning. For example, a worksheet may provide a student with important opportunity to practice new skill gained in class. The next is to ensure professional ethics and professional development among teachers. So in the Philippines there is NCBTS. The next is to organize educational programs for acquainting students with the art of democratic living and giving them excellent training in democratic citizenship. So here in the Philippines, we focus the academic and curricular activities. So if the students are they are capable in training in curricular activities, so they must free to join. The next is to mobilize the community to organize co-curricular activities effectively for developing talents of students and work efficiency of educational teachers. So as a teacher, we should motivate our students to improve their skill to achieve their future. Next is to get the work done. to prepare the students for taking their places in various vocation and avenues of life. So as a teacher, we should prepare the real life situation of the future of our students so that they can apply in a real settings. To train the students in developing scientific attitude and objective outlook among them towards all aspects and activities of life. So for example, as a teacher, we should be a good role model to them so that they can inspire in life to achieve their goals or to achieve their future. Next is to ensure qualitative improvement of education. So for sure, the teachers, the community linkages, so we should cooperate and collaborate. So that's all for my report. Thank you for listening and thank you for viewing my report, and that is all about the correspondence of Republic education in Sri Lanka. Thank you.